SSE Fixes, created by the author of Skyrim's bug fixes, MEH321, is a mod designed to fix some of the more impactful and complicated to resolve issues of Skyrim SE. The largest issue that this mod fixes is that with each additional plugin added to your load order, you risk losing FPS just for simply raising your plugin count. Even adding dummy plugins, ESPs and ESMs that do absolutely nothing to the game, will cause a drop in performance. You will notice these drops with just a dozen or two plugins added to your game. When going beyond the 200 plugin limit, users have tested and reported frame drops by more than 2/3 of their original FPS. Again, these tests are being performed using dummy plugins that literally change nothing nor add anything to the game. Some have even reported that using this fix alongside EMB with no other mods installed improved performance tremendously. This guide will cover SSE Fixes full installation, testing methods, and additions. Be aware, at the time of this upload, the mod is still in beta. Be sure to read the mod description page before using it. SSE Fixes only supports the most recent version of Skyrim SE. Outdated or stolen copies are not guaranteed to work properly, if at all. To not become confused throughout this tutorial, you should reveal your file extensions. Extensions are anything that comes after the final decimal point in a file's name. By default, Windows has extensions hidden. What you've been watching on screen are the very simple steps that it takes to reveal them. A video dedicated to this subject is also provided. 7-zip or WinRAR will be required to unpack the downloaded archive's contents. Navigate to MEH321's official DLL plugin loader utility page on Nexus Mods. Open the File section. Download the most recent loader version by using the Download Manually option. For ease of instruction, place the download on your desktop. Navigate to and open the Skyrim Special Edition game folder. Steam, Steam Apps, Common, Skyrim Special Edition. In the Skyrim SE folder, locate the bink w64.dll. Rename the file by adding an underscore just before the decimal. Open the DLL plugin loader archive. Place the bink w64.dll into your game folder. Navigate to the official SSE Fixes Nexus mod page. Open the File section. Install the most recent version of SSE Fixes as you would any other mod by using the Download with Manager option or whatever other method you are comfortable with. Navigate to and open the game's data folder. Place the DLL plugins folder from the archive into the data folder. In the game folder, create a new text document titled binkw64.log, being sure to delete the .txt at the end. Launch the game. Once you arrive at the main menu, exit the game. For our purposes, there is no need to actually play it. Open the binkw log. You should see a message referring to plugins and correct loading. This assures that SSE Fixes is being loaded into the game. If the file is blank, there may be a permissions problem. Enable the game folder security permissions to provide full access by right-clicking the folder and going into Properties. The permissions are within the Security tab. When finished, try again. SSE Fixes ini file is where all functions of the mod can be turned off and or on. It is generally recommended, at least at the time of this video's upload, to leave these settings as they are. If you care to view them, navigate to Skyrim Special Edition, Data, DLL Plugins. Open the FPS Fix plugin.ini. Track Reset Game Data. This needs to be set to 1 so that the following setting can function. Fix Slow Terrain is the actual fix to stop your FPS from dropping due to adding more plugins to your load order. Be sure that this is set to 1. Use OS allocators. Allows the OS to allocate memory the same way as MEH321's Skyrim Crash Fixes mod does. It is deactivated by default due to it lowering the author's FPS from an average 115 to 105. However, if activated, it may speed up loading times for you. If your FPS is capped at 60, this may be worth turning on and testing. If any additions are made to the ini file, I will update the video. This section is for those who want to see the low FPS bug in action. This is not a necessary process for getting SSE Fixes to work. It is simply here for reference and for the curious. I will assume here that you have some basic file path and game knowledge. Open the Skyrim INI file. Under Display, locate the setting B Lock Frame Rate. Make sure that it is set to 0. Save and close the INI. Open the Skyrim Press INI. Under the Display section here, locate the setting I VSync Present Interval and set this to 0. Save and close the INI. If you have an EMB installed, deactivate it by going into the Game folder and removing the d3d11.dll file. Place it on your desktop for now. You just have to return it to this folder for your EMB to work again. Open your mod manager and disable all mods except for the official content. The Skyrim ESM, Update ESM, Dawnguard, Hearthfire, and Dragonborn ESMs should all still be active. I also leave the alternate start mod activated in case my saves won't load so that I can quickly skip the main scene. Open Steam. Open the Steam drop-down menu at the top left. Select Settings. Open the In-Game option. Activate the checkbox for Enable a Steam overlay while in-game. Next, turn the in-game FPS counter on by selecting where you want it to be displayed. When finished testing, if desired, return here and deactivate these settings. Next, deactivate SSE Fixes, either in your mod manager or by temporarily removing it from your data folder. Now to begin the test. Launch the game. When you are able to open the console, type COC space Rift in Origin. Push enter. Go to the middle of the marketplace. Pick a specific location to look at. Note your FPS. Create a new save. Exit the game. Download Mator's empty test plugin from GitHub. Create 240 copies of it, renaming each. Yes, 240 copies. I found that the quickest way to do so is to just keep copying and pasting the ESP and all of its consecutive versions over and over again using Ctrl-A, then Ctrl-C, and finally Ctrl-V, which is select all, copy, paste. Then I delete any extras and drop them all into the data folder. Open my mod manager and activate them. Feel free to try whatever methods you like here. When finished testing, be sure to come back and delete all of the blank plugins. Finally, launch the game. Reload the test save in the center of Rift and Market. Without moving, look at your FPS, and there is the bug. If you do nothing more than reactivate SSE Fixes, reload your game and check your FPS, you will see that, even with all of these dummy ESPs loaded, the FPS will have been corrected. This has been a GamerPoets tutorial, SSE Fixes, a bug-fixing mod for Skyrim SE. If you felt that this video was too fast, a text version will be available on nexusmods.com as time allows. I'd like to give a big thank you to MEH321. He has created and shared with us some of the most impressive and game-changing mods that I have ever had the pleasure to experience. There's not much more to say beyond that. As mentioned, if there are any major changes with SSE Fixes, I will update this video sometime down the road. Thank you for spending some time with me today, folks. As always, I am Michael of GamerPoets. Thank you for watching.